Trying to tackle as a team was one of access to rural women who have no ready market for their arts, and they don't have conventional markets for their art. So what we are trying to solve is to provide this particular group of artists who are who do not have access to, sorry, can we just run? Yeah, so
we'll go next. It's not working.
Okay. Yeah, so this was a problem statement that creatives with local and authentic handicrafts in rural areas have very limited access to conventional markets. By conventional markets, I mean that these women can only access markets during market days, which happens once a week, or they happen within very long distance and geographical locations. So it makes the markets limited, number one, and also it makes less time for them to be able to sell their wares. So we said, how do we help these women? And so we had two challenges. One, is it to take the creatives to the marketplace using a particular platform, or do we take the market to the creatives? So how we decided to come up with the application Rubiani is we said there are many factors that are known for these people who are in rural areas. They don't have access to technology, and if you try to go there and teach them how to use applications and all that, it wouldn't work. So we said that we came up with Rubiani. So Rubiani is a mobile application that you download on your phone and gives you information in regards to the different craftsmen and artisans in different locations across the country. So we can go to the next slide, please. Yes. So how this particular mobile application works is that you download the application on your mobile phone, and it lists for you locations. Now, all the tourists who come to this country, they all head to a particular location. One is you're either going to Masai Mara, Mombasa, Eldoret, or any other particular location. So it means that if you have a location search of artisans within an area that you're going to, it makes your work easier, meaning that you do not have, no one has to dictate to you whether or not you want to purchase an art, or you don't need any other additional information in regards to art places or art centers that you can buy your wares from. Now, how do we intend to make this particular application useful and applicable in today's world? Now, we said the main partners to work with in these kind of scenarios are people who deal a lot with tourism. That is, people like KTB, Kenya Tourist Board. We have companies and travel agencies. We have tourist hotels. And we've said that also we're going to use a lot of social media to try and market this particular application. Now, what is the impact of this particular technology on women and also locals across the country? If you look at statistics, you should see that tourists who come to Kenya spend very little compared to markets such as South Africa and Egypt. So with this kind of application, you're not only assisting the locals access the market, but at the same time, you're making the tourists who come to the country spend a little bit more on an art that is authentic and at the same time is locally made and is handcrafted. Now, how do we sustain this particular application? Now, we say it's going to be a very cheap application to download. We're going to charge you 99 cents. That is not a lot of money because it saves you on time, number one, if you're coming into the country. So you know all the craftsmen and craftsmen across the country.